Top 20 worst cars of all time. Let's see.
This list will be ranking the biggest lemons. Those vehicles that have earned infamous reputations for poor quality, manufacturing, or design. Did you ever drive or own one of these cars? Feel like defending them? Let us know down in the comments.
Let's see which ones they are.
Number 20, the Chevrolet SSR.
That was an okay idea.
Spell doom for a car when a certain model year fails to sell according to projected estimates.
The Chevy SSR was okay.
But in the case of the Chevy SSR, that is exactly what happened. Chevy's attempt to combine a pickup truck and a sports car didn't go according to plan, selling less than 10,000 units a year for the 3 years they were manufactured. Not even the rather luxurious interior or the addition of a tough V8 engine with increased horsepower during the SSR's final year.
It was okay. The SSR case was okay.
Down as a mistake. Number 19, the Ford Mustang II.
That was crap.
There's a lot of brand loyalty when it comes to the world of car fandom.
The Chevy SSR was pretty good, guys. But the Chevy Mustang 2 was, the Ford Mustang 2 was horrible.
Good-natured arguments about which brand reigns supreme. That said, nearly every fan of the Ford Mustang can agree on one thing: that atrocious second generation.
It was horrible.
The Ford Mustang 2 arrived at the absolute worst time for a gas-guzzling muscle car.
Yep.
The 1970s energy crisis. The Mustang 2 was designed with this era in mind, striving to cut down on gasoline usage and cost.
It's a 4-cylinder.
However, the car also cut down on quality, having been built from a Ford Pinto platform that Mustang fans immediately rejected. And you know what? They still talk about how bad this one was.
When America needs a better idea,
Ford Mustang 2 sucked.
Put it on wheels.
Number 18, the Saturn Ion. Hey,
That car was good.
was every car developed by Saturn bad? We're tempted to say yes, but even if that's not entirely
The Ion was okay.
there's no denying the disappointment that was the Saturn Ion.
Introducing the Saturn Ion.
That car was okay. I had one. Saturn Ion was okay.
This compact car was sort of the last gasp for a brand that initially bore some promise, or at the very least owner excitement and loyalty, until it didn't. Look no further than the Ion's cheap plastic panel exterior. The car didn't handle great either, and a recall in 2014 for faulty ignition switches, long after the Ion's discontinuation, just added more fuel to this
The Saturn Ion key was okay.
Number 17, the Eagle Premier.
Never seen
The
it.
Eagle Premier was initially co-developed by the American Motors Corporation alongside French auto manufacturer
Renault.
before Chrysler took over duties in 1987.
Next to new Eagle Premier, the
Chrysler.
competition just fades away.
The Eagle Premier did have some things going for it, including a fancy interior package, and received positive reviews and encouragement at the time of its release.
Okay.
However, many drivers found the placement of a gear shift on the dash to be a head-scratching move. The Premier also wasn't great on gas, and the dash in and of itself didn't always work. Really a shame.
And if your customers are shopping for value, I have a strong feeling they'll choose the Eagle Premier.
Number 16, the Dodge Neon.
That thing was okay. The Neon was a great car.
Represented several brands over the years, from Dodge and Chrysler to Plymouth Motors. The car has also been called a few other things by car owners and critics. Junk is one, unsafe is another. Specifically, the first and second generation Neons received poor to marginal marks for safety on the road. The side impact tests on these Neons also proved that this car provided little to no safety to drivers unfortunate enough to be involved in a crash. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety summed it up best in 2005 when they referred to the Dodge Neon as a small car to be avoided.
What did you get out?
The Neon was a good car to buy. It was cheap.
Number 15, the Maserati Bi-Turbo first generation.
Oh, that thing was hell.
This is a Maserati Bi-Turbo.
The aforementioned energy crisis in the 1970s affected nearly every overseas sports car manufacturer that was seeking a foothold in North America. As a result, companies including Italy's Maserati were forced to pivot, leaving behind speed for performance and luxury. Enter the Maserati Bi-Turbo, which eventually did find its footing, but not before stumbling with its first generation. Car buyers were initially excited for this model, but the Bi-Turbo sales soon slumped, thanks to the reputation as being unreliable hunks of junk that continually broke down and required maintenance. The Maserati Bi-Turbo would see some improvements made and continue to be sold into the early 90s, but the less said about the originals, the better. Number 14, the BMW Isetta.
That was a good car.
Saying it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. The same can be applied to those cute little micro cars like the BMW Isetta. We take them for a quick little spin, but you wouldn't want to crash them. Seriously, the 1955 models were so tiny that they practically...
The Isetta was okay. The Isetta was okay, guys.
as for bumper cars. This meant that any accident at basically any speed was a recipe for disaster and certain death.
Because if you push the pedal too hard, the whole thing will fall on its face.
Keep in mind, the 1955 Isetta was manufactured by Italian group Piso Rivolta, which initially specialized in building refrigerators, scooters, and tiny trucks. What were they doing making cars, you might ask? Good question. We have no idea. Number 13, the Cadillac Cimarron.
You might win this.
That thing was hell. Looks like a Chevy.
The four-door sedan market is a big sandbox, with a lot of different companies all vying for some attention and playtime. The Cimarron was Cadillac's attempt at competing with other four-door imports that were hungry for a slice of the market share. Unfortunately, the Cimarron was basically a Chevy Cavalier in disguise, a rebranding that stands today as a colossal failure for Cadillac. The Cimarron's reputation is marred with multiple black eyes for performance and reliability, and sluggish sales reflected that the car-buying public was not going to be fooled.
It was a Cardi Caddy.
Number 12, the Edsel Corsair.
The Edsel was
The
okay.
division of the Ford Motor Company already doesn't enjoy a very good reputation as it is, never mind bringing the 1958 Corsair into the discussion.
The Edsel was an okay car. Edsels were okay cars.
Never.
Edsel cars were intended to assist Ford in gaining an edge on an
Edsel had push button, which was pretty cool.
But it did the exact opposite, thanks to cars like the Corsair, which were basically Mercuries in disguise. The Corsair essentially priced themselves out of the market, too, falling victim to a disastrous Ford rollout that earned the Edsel its rep as being overhyped, under-delivering mistakes that never really had an audience. Number
Edsel was
11,
okay.
The Pontiac Aztek.
Not just a car, it's a tent on wheels.
But how can we afford this? We only have $938 for the whole month.
I only paid $400 for this bad boy.
When it comes to cars,
The Pontiac Aztek is an okay
the
car.
Pontiac Aztek, in the estimation of some who
But
chose
yeah,
to
it was a
defend
horrible car.
did some things right under the hood and with regards to performance. The Aztek's primary criticism amongst detractors is its appearance, which many have claimed to be outright ugly. The Aztek is a mid-size SUV that looks
Still.
like a minivan needing a station wagon, and Pontiac's intent was to appeal to
That size, the Aztek's prettier than the Juke.
However, the plasticky Aztek wasn't cheap, nor was it winning any major awards for safety. It just did okay with a lot of things, but many can agree that it most certainly fell short in the looks department.
People like to joke. We really like this car. It's sturdy.
The Aztek was okay. The Aztek was besides, the Aztek is still, the Aztek's still prettier than the Juke. I'm just gonna tell you now, the Aztek's still prettier than the Juke. The Juke still looks like shit. The Aztek still looks pretty enough than the Juke. The Juke looks like shit still. The Aztek's better than the Nissan Juke.
Number 10, the Hummer H2.
The H2 was
The
okay.
Hummer fad hit back in the early 2000s. Fuel efficiency was at the top of everyone's mind with regards to the Hummer.
The H3, the H2 was okay. The H3
This
sucked.
civilian adaptation of a military-grade vehicle embodied a bigger is better mentality.
H2 was okay.
But there is little forethought with regards to how a Hummer would adapt to everyday driving.
H3
Granted,
sucked.
The H2 did possess impressive horsepower, but consumers largely rejected the idea of purchasing this kind of vehicle for the long term, and the H2 was pretty much relegated to a status of, remember that? Number 9, the Reliant Robin Mark I.
The Robins were
Different
fine.
countries have different needs when it comes to their cars. The Reliant Robin was extremely popular in the UK during its production history, despite it basically serving as a three-wheeled death trap.
And you always have to remember the undeniable fact that in certain
That never happened.
emergency avoidances to sudden crosswinds, three wheels stand too good a chance of being less stable than four.
You heard that right. The Reliant Robin had three wheels, and its plastic outer shell provided little protection in an accident. In addition, the Reliant Robin was unsteady and also contained an underwhelming low-power engine.
That was fake.
Again, help!
In the end, it unintentionally became one of the most WTF automobiles.
The Robin was fine. The Robin was safe. The Robin was safe to drive. The Robin was cheap to drive.
To be fair, the East German auto manufacturer
The Trabant was
did
perfect.
make some improvements to the core models of their brand over the course of a 3-decade-plus lifespan. However, this competition to the Volkswagen Beetle is largely seen through a modern lens as a relic of
The Trabant was fine.
Trabant's initial two-stroke engine made it unreliable, underpowered, and basically a smokehouse on wheels.
It was made cotton.
Nostalgic fans
It was a nice car.
primarily on the rally
The Trabant was fine. The Trabant was good.
Style shortly after the Berlin Wall came down in 1989.
Well, what is the appeal of Chauvan to you? I mean, they're never a high spot in automotive technology, were they?
Pure history. As technology, they are poor. They have nothing interesting about them whatsoever. Technology. Rather the opposite.
Number 7, the AMC Pacer.
Pacer was a good car.
The legacy of AMC is complicated.
It's GM's fault.
Today, admiring the ingenuity of their
GM didn't make him the engine they were
There's
supposed to
a
want it.
daring associated with the company
Pacer was fine.
to appeal to a smaller section of the market. Unfortunately, the word small also tends to be associated with AMC's legacy of compact cars. The Gremlin and Hornet come to mind and were hits among customers. But the negative connotations to AMC in this regard often lie with one of their flagships, the Pacer. Despite the Pacer's admitted fuel efficiency, size, and presence within popular culture, its straight-six engine was deemed out of fashion even back in 1975, with many of AMC's competitors adopting V6 engines.
They've discovered they didn't need most of their big car anyway.
Number 6, the Chevy Vega.
That thing was
The idea
shit.
of buying American was a big talking point back in
The Chevy Vega was a
1970s,
piece of shit.
as imports from Japan and other countries were making headway into the United States.
The Vega was shit.
Vega makes more sense than ever, Chevrolet.
And it's easy to see why,
The
too.
Pinto and the Gremlin was better than the Vega. The Vega fell apart.
American automakers.
It comes with bucket seats, front disc brakes, and a highly responsive 140 cubic inch overhead cam engine.
This subcompact was
That
a
Vega
rust
was
bucket,
shit.
plain and simple. But the problems with the Vega didn't end there. There were recalls, safety issues, and the fact that the Vega seemed to spend more time in the repair shop than on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Engines backfired, front ends were coming apart, the Vega was flawed from inception and design right on through to the assembly. Number 5, the DMC DeLorean. It's the car
DeLorean
that
was okay.
defines cult classic, and that underlines a general theme of this list. Even the worst cars have their fans. The DMC DeLorean is an objectively bad car, with an infamous reputation when it comes to its rear-engine build and shoddy quality. Yet, that reputation is also iconic, thanks to the DeLorean's sleek 1980s design and golden rules. Its appearance as the time machine in the Back to the Future franchise basically cemented the DeLorean as a talking point for all time. Yet, this doesn't change the quality control issue.
You made a attack. Welcome to my latest experiment. This is a big one. No matter where you call my life. Well, it's a DeLorean. Where was it? All your questions will be answered.
The DMC DeLorean was a slow, mechanically challenged beast that defined the phrase style over substance.
Drive the DeLorean. Live the dream.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy S23 only on Verizon.
Today.
Number 4, the Amphicar.
The Amphicar's awesome. I have seen a few.
Really unique that came out of the 60s.
On one hand, the idea of marketing an amphibious car to the masses was a gutsy move. However, the Quant Group's Amphicar wasn't exactly great at being a car or a boat. Although it could zip around fine from town to town, the Amphicar was also known to leak while being submerged. It was also painfully slow in the water, only musting up a paltry 7 miles per hour top speed. The Amphicar also required a lot of maintenance, including greasing should the owner want to venture between water and dry land. Still, the Amphicar is nothing if not unique. Unfortunately, it just wasn't practical.
It takes quite a bit in terms of reversing and forwarding, and using the front wheels to gain yourself around both pontoons and docks.
Number 3, the Yugo.
That car, the Yugo's shit.
This vehicle from Zastava Automobiles failed to make headway internationally after an attempt to infiltrate the US market back in the 80s. Today, these affordable imports possess a fan base that pushes back against the Yugo's reputation for poor quality, claiming owner use and misuse as the culprit.
America's most affordable new
The American's most dangerous car.
Yugo's notoriously finicky timing belt on several models required maintenance every 40,000 miles. So, does the Yugo deserve reappraisal, or are they deserving of their infamy? Maybe the answer is somewhere in the middle.
The Yugo went over the Brackenhall Bridge and survived.
Dependability and safety now have a totally new meaning. Do not hold your horses. Your dream of a tough, dependable car can finally be fulfilled.
Number 2, the Crossley Hotshot. The
Crossley made a car?
is very much indicative of post-war American engineering. The desire to drive fast and live a little, enter the baby boom, and enjoy the good life.
They have four-wheel disc brakes. It's got some fitting for speed parts on it.
However, was the Hotshot unsafe at any speed, to paraphrase Ralph Nader's infamous book? Maybe, especially when the engine is concerned. This tin-stamped four-cylinder vehicle could come apart from overheating, and the Hotshot's exterior design made it a death trap in an accident. Thankfully, Crosley's entrance into the sports car market wasn't very sporty, and it couldn't make it much faster than 60 miles per hour off the assembly line.
It's not bad.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Ford Pinto.
The Pinto's
The
okay.
company tried their hands at creating a subcompact.
Still, the Pinto's better than the. Still, the Pinto is a lot better than something else. Still, the Pinto's better than some other cars. This came out today. Don't care. Yeah, pizza and waffle.